What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you a phenomenal video today. We are playing the Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and we are talking about a fantastic combat report between a Respect 5 1-star geared Adunae and a Respect, looks like maybe a Respect 7 or 8 with 4 and 5-star gear Galadriel, okay? So we're going to be talking about this report today. Get excited for that. But first, I would like to apologize. I know I'm posting this video a little bit later than usual. In the last 2 or 3 days, I've been posting things about a half hour later. I'm going to try and get back to the original schedule. If you aren't aware, me and my family are working on moving out of California over to Texas. So I just had a lot going on with that between appointments and pictures and stuff. So I sincerely apologize. I'm not forgetting about you. I love you all so much. So thank you for bearing with me. Into the report, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. I had originally written off Adunae at the beginning of the season, if you guys all recall. I thought that she was decent, and I leveled her up to 45. I gave her some amazing gear, and I put her in 4 or 5 PvP fights, and she flopped in all of the fights. So I thought to myself, wow, why am I doing this to myself? However, I have since seen several strong reports against very specific commanders, such as this Galadriel, okay? Adunae's newly buffed anti-heal, which cannot be dispelled, starts in round 1, which is fantastic. If you're fighting with a commander like the Undying, his anti-heal starts in round 4. So a commander like Galadriel or Kieran could theoretically get off 30 to 40,000 healing in the first 3 rounds before they get the anti-heal in round 4. The nice thing about Adunae is it's 0 healing from round 1. Okay, it's going to be a hard person, hard counter to Galadriel and Arwen and Sauron. Okay, any of these high focus commanders that have healing and focus damage output, Adunae is going to be a hard counter for them, which you can see here, right? We have a terribly geared lower respect level Adunae against a fantastically geared high respect level Galadriel, running a bunch of tier 4 units, and it's a pretty close draw. I would say Adunae's slightly on the losing side from the overall HP pool. Galadriel, however, is going to lose more resources and training time because of this tier 4 cavalry that she's lost, okay? So if this draw were to resolve itself with another instance of battle, I think Galadriel would win. But again, Adunae with the higher impact to the barracks, okay? So, into the report itself, let's take a real quick look at the damage output. I don't agree with the ratio of guards of the tower to halberdiers. Halberdiers, as we know, their bottom end damage of 17 is 15% higher or so than the damage output of guard of the tower, their max damage output. So 15% damage higher than guard of the tower's max damage output would be the halberdiers' minimum damage output. So we already know halberdiers are going to have much higher damage. I would recommend to Rob for the next fight. Shout out to Rob. I love Rob. But recommend to Rob for the next fight. Maybe have this down in the 1500 guard of the tower range just to have some tanks in there. And then bump this halberdier number up to 3500 because they're probably his primary damage dealers, okay? Then, of course, Galadriel, as you know, has the marshals, which are phenomenal damage. These are the tier 4 for Rohan. Phenomenal damage from Onslaught. Okay, then we have cataphracts, which are great tanks, and we have cavaliers, which are fairly squishy cavalry. They're the downgrade of the Rohan units, the marshals. These are like just the tier 3 version that anybody can recruit, and it only gives them plus damage on their first attack, whereas the marshals get it for 3 attacks. Okay, so into the report itself. Did I look at the builds yet? I didn't even look at the builds and the gear. I'm just talking to you, to your face. Haven't even looked at the builds and the gear yet. So, build-wise, gear-wise, we have the Battle Axe, which is going to be a great damage debuff on the enemy. We have Quilted Army, which is going to reduce the focus damage received. We have the Cask of the Submerged Isle, which is going to be anti-madness for the commander. And then we have Bone Talisman, which is going to be a little bit of damage to the evil men, okay? Then we have skill-wise here, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Betrayer, which is the Respect 5 title tree here. It's going to give plus 21% damage to all units, all allied units, and it's the anti-heal starting at the start of the fight, like we talked about. Intimidation is the fantastic minus 28 might per round, plus 15% chance to stun the commander. That pairs up beautifully with Adunae's other ability, Confusion, which is minus 28 focus and a 30% chance to silence any commander. So, at any given round, there is a total combined 45% chance to crowd control the enemy commander, okay? Into the Black Numenorian. This is the Respect 3 title tree here. This will be a little bit of focus output. It's going to basically have another instance of damage application, which will help bypass things like the White Council, which reduce damage received per instance, or bypass some sort of avoidance ability with Black Numenorian, okay? Dark Mantle is a debuff against the enemies to increase their physical damage received by 14%. This will pair well with this 21%, give you a total of 35% damage output increase, okay? Black Arts, not needed for this build. It is anti-heal, but so is the R5. I would say this is probably just in there so Rob can apply another debuff, which I agree with. Then we have the Reaper coming in hot here with some might. We have Precise Blow, and we have the Heartseeker, which is going to be another damage instance here, and it is going to, again, drain down things like the White Council and any avoidance, okay? Alright, into the Galadriel. Gear-wise, phenomenal gear. 5-star, 2 refinement, Carver, which is going to be great might and focus as well as initial damage output. We've got the Scale Mail, which is phenomenal defense here. 4-star, 3 refinement. The helmet, the Swan helmet, is one of the best in slot for Rohan Cavalry for sure. This is going to increase the damage your commander deals for the first 3 rounds and give you phenomenal defense and focus, okay? One of the best helmets in the game for Galadriel. Absolutely. Worn Out Smoking Pipe is more bonus focus here, as well as a heal every 2 rounds, okay? Skill-wise, we have the Mistress of Magic, which is going to increase focus damage. Normal attacks will cause focus damage. Surge, more focus damage. Focus Wrath, more focus damage. And a Madness application in round 3. Okay? The White Council, even though she only has 3 points in the White Council, since her focus is going to be up in the 500 to 600 range, this 3.8 will probably be closer to 10%, okay? And I know her focus says 291 right here, and her might says 0. Keep in mind, these stats are based on the end of the battle report, okay? At the end of the battle, after 10 rounds of Adunae beating her might and focus up, this is where they ended out. Then we have Nenya's Guardian, which is plus 30 focus. Phenomenal right there, plus 30% focus. It's going to really give her a big boost. We have the Ring of Water, which is phenomenal healing here. And we have the Magical Barrier, which will be absolutely insane defense for her troops, modified by the focus. And I apologize, my coffee is actually, I left it on the kitchen table before I started this video. I did not bring it in with me. So I sincerely apologize to you. Also, I apologize. I've had some terrible allergies for the past 4 or 5 days. It's just allergy season here in Los Angeles, so I'm enjoying that very much. So are you. You get to enjoy it too. So, into the actual report, let's take a look at that. We're going to skim through a few of the rounds here and see where it ends up. Okay. All right. The focus bonus here, minus 21.9% damage received by our units. That itself is just beautiful. Okay. Here we go. Here's the Betrayer, plus 21% damage output and the anti-heal to all of the people. Here's the debuff from Dark Mantle. Very nice, very nice. Here is Galadriel's focus damage by 45% and focus boost by 30%, okay? This is going to give Galadriel another 132 bonus focus. This is going to increase her focus up to 571.9, almost 572. Since Galadriel selected the Magical Barrier skill after Nenya's Guardian, the Magical Barrier will be basing its defensive abilities off this 571. It's going to give a total of 72 plus defense, okay? Absolutely insane. Then we have White Council, like I said, close to the 10% here. It's at 8.7% from White Council because of her high focus level, all right? Here's the Marshals, round 1, punching the guards of the towers for 86.96. Then we have, so the guard of the towers are reducing the damage output there. Adunae has reduced the Marshals' damage output by 12%. So they're dealing somewhere around a total of 20-25% reduced damage output, okay? Then we have the Cavaliers punching the Dragoons, which are a little bit squishier than guards of the tower. They're going to hit them for 8,400 damage, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here's Galadriel's first ticks of might and focus on from Adunae's intimidation and concussion. Not stunned and not silenced. That's okay. Here is the anti-heal. Sustained triggers from Galadriel. Anti-heal effective. Check. All right. Let's jump down to round. Let's just see what they look like in round 5. I mean, you get the picture, guys. It's all these units hitting each other. All right. Here in round 5, we have the Black Numenorian only hitting for 1,500 damage. It doesn't do a whole lot. The Cavaliers are hitting for 34. The Dragoons are hitting for 27. There must not be a whole lot of them alive. Cavaliers, there's 790 left alive. How many marshals? Where are the marshals? The marshals of 893. The Cavaliers of 838. At the end of the round, they get hit again. They're down to 790. The marshals are 877. So 877 marshals punch the Dragoons with this 12% damage debuff for 27. Whereas the 790 Cavaliers hit the Dragoons for more damage at 3418. They must have got a nice damage roll compared to the marshals. Plus this minus 12%, okay? All right, here we go. In round 5, Galadriel has minus 140 might, 140 focus. She has not been silenced or stunned in this round, but it's nice to see that. Here in round 6, look at all these damage instances. Precise Blow, Heartseeker, Black Arts. We got Black Numenorian, okay? That is 5 different damage instances that Adunae is putting out to help counter things like avoidance. So be very effective against like Gandalf the Grey or someone else with a avoidance that comes into the fight later on. So I haven't seen a stun yet from Adunae. There it is. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. Ladies and gentlemen, here in round 7, Adunae stuns Galadriel with intimidation. Okay, and in this round, Galadriel's might has been reduced to 0. Very nice. Very, very nice. So Galadriel stunned in that round. Okay. Oh, and then silence in this round. So back-to-back rounds, no damage. Round 7 stunned. Round 8, look at this. Silenced. 2 rounds in a row. No abilities from Galadriel. Very nice. Here in round 9, let's see if we can keep that CC train rolling. It did not continue in round 9. That's okay. How about round 10, ladies and gentlemen? Where are we at in round 10? Let's take a quick look. Here in round 10. Another silence on Galadriel, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. So in the last 4 rounds of the fight, 3 of them Galadriel were silenced. Very, very anti-strong. Very, very anti-commander right there. Nice to see. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that is the fight. I don't want to go into more detail. I feel like we've done a good job in analyzing the report. Nice to see that a Respect 5 1-star geared Adunae can put a good whooping on a 4 and 5-star Respect 7 or 8 Galadriel, okay? I love you all long time. Again, bear with me during this move. I'll be trying to post stuff on a regular basis, but there will be occasions that it's a few minutes late, like today. I sincerely apologize. I love you all so many times. Mwah. Randy out.